up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shante Outlaw and I'm weird, but maybe you can relate. We got a good one for you today, folks. So, with my Steve Harvey. No, but like, y'all, I got a story time for y'all today. Story time. Y'all ready? You ready for a story? Sit down, okay? Get your places, get your popcorn, all of that, okay? Because we have story time. I'm about to be telling y'all the story of the time somebody tried to break into my house. Well, not tried.
Did?
So, alright. Let's build the story. Let's give you the backstory and all that. So this was a couple years ago. Not that that's relevant. I mean, it does not matter. But I mean, just in case you were wondering, I am okay. So yeah, that is relevant. It was a couple years ago. I'm fine. We're good. But yeah. So at this time, I was living with my brother and some other roommates. So let's set the scene. It was a Tuesday night at 11:59 p.m. So no. Disregard that. Yo, that's not the story. Let me stop playing. Let me get into the story. Let me get to the story. I don't know what's wrong with me. But alright, so I don't know what day it was. But yeah, so I'm in the house, right? Wake up, cool. It's morning. Or probably not morning, because I don't wake up like early, like judge your mom, but I'm not a morning person. So like it's probably like somewhere around noon. Okay. So I wake up and pretty much everybody's going, I guess. I'm getting ready for work. Go downstairs after I done got ready and everything. I go downstairs and give me something to eat. So I'm in the kitchen and, you know, I'm making something to eat and I don't know, like, I don't even know how to describe this, but like, I'm in the kitchen and I just feel like the house is shaking. Like, I don't even know, like, how does that happen? I don't know, but I just feel like the house is shaking. So I'm like, I stopped for a minute. I'm like, what? Like, this is weird. I kind of like peep out the kitchen window and I don't see nothing. So I'm like, all right, okay, cool. I'm tripping. Like, the house is shaking. Why would the house be shaking? That's so weird. Like a whole house. Can you imagine a whole house just shaking? Like, no, I'm tripping. All right, let me get my food. I can get something to eat. Now, time passed, I done ate. I'm sitting here and I'm in the living room now and I'm watching TV. I'm preparing to almost leave the house because it's about that time for me to leave anyway. But let me just watch a little bit of TV first. So I'm sitting here watching TV and then, again, I feel like the house is shaking. Am I bugging? Like, that's what I'm thinking to myself. Like, am I bugging? Whatever, I'm tripping. Okay, so continue watching TV, and next thing you know, I hear some banging. It's like, okay, I know I'm not tripping on that. Like, what's going on? Like, what is that? Like, I don't even know. I pause the TV. Let me stop. Let me just hear. Like, what is that? Okay, what's going on? And mind you, like, I'm pretty much the only person in the house. Everybody left, and it's only one of my roommates, and she's asleep. So I'm like, okay. It ain't even like I could go ask nobody, like, y'all heard that? Y'all felt that? So like, I'm just here, and it's all happening so fast. So like, I ain't got time for that anyway. Next thing you know, I hear like some like rustling around, like, you know, like just some noise, like something is going on. So I'm like, okay. Now I hear it and it's like, I know the direction that it's coming from, which is the basement. Like, I'm in, like, so like the way our house is set up, it's like the living room, kitchen, and then the basement is directly under it, but like the back door is kind of like on the side of the kitchen, like right there. So like, I'm hearing this come from the basement. Now y'all, we already know, you don't go in the basement, you don't go down there. Like, I know all the movies, the horror movies, they mislead you because you don't want to go see what the noise is. I mean, you want to know, but like also you just want to be safe. So I'm like, okay, it's coming from the basement. But like in my mind, I'm still kind of like, am I tripping? Like, am I really hearing stuff? Because you know, sometimes when you're at the house by yourself, you be like, you think you heard something, but like it really don't be nothing. So like I'm like, am I really hearing something? So like I kind of inch toward the basement door, and I'm like, do I hear something? And then I do. And I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do?
Oh my God, okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm, stay calm.
So like, I hear it scuffling. So like, I ain't got no weapon. Y'all, like, y'all see me, I'm tiny, like, I ain't got no weapon. So I'm like, if these niggas come in this house, like, I don't know why I'm assuming it's plural, but like, that's just what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know how many, who, what, when, but like, I hear something and I got a weapon. So like, I don't need y'all coming up in here because I'm going to defend myself. So I'm like, all right, let me turn the volume up on the TV because like, my logic is like, I'm thinking like, all right, like, I don't feel like y'all really bold like that. Like, I don't feel like y'all really just gonna be busting up in my house, cause like, I'm like, no, y'all just assuming that nobody home, right? Like, you ain't gonna bust up in nobody's house, like, knowing that we here. Like, you think nobody home. So like, let me turn the volume up on the TV. That way you know, like, all right, look, the coast ain't clear. Somebody is in there, so let's get up out of here, right? So that's what I'm thinking, cause I'm like, I ain't got nothing. So, okay, all right, let me turn the volume up. And then, yeah, so I do that. And I'm like, I'm kind of like, I don't really know like what to do because like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I'm like, and I'm still kind of like, I don't know why, like I'm in denial. Like in my mind, I'm like, no, like I'm really probably just tripping. So like, I'm like, should I go down there? Should I like not go down there? Cause you know, but I'm like, let me just open the basement door to like be sure that that's what I heard. Like, am I really hearing something? And like, I don't hear nothing no more. But like, also like, I'm like, I know I'm not tripping. But like, all right, so I'm like, well, I gotta go to break anyway. It was time for me to leave, so whether it is, whether it ain't, like, I'm just about to, you know, head up out of here. So like, I turned off the TV, and I'm like, all right, let me get out of here. It was probably nothing. I'm probably tripping. Like, I don't hear nothing no more, so like, it ain't nothing. Let me just get up out of here. And also, my other way of thinking is like, if it is something, let me just get up out of here, okay? Listen, you can have the house. I don't want it. It's yours, you know? So like, let me get up out of here. So like, all right, I'm leaving, and the way that I usually walk to the bus stop is like, I go around the corner, like to the back way of my house, and I walk like through the alley because it's a shortcut, which I probably shouldn't do that, you know, walking through the alley. But again, it's daytime, it's noon, like the sun is out. I'm not thinking something's finna happen in the daytime. So, all right, I walk around my house, go around the back, and I'm walking through the alley, and I'm just like, well, you know, I'm passing the back way of my house, like where the driveway is and all that. So I'm like, let me just, you know, peep around here and see, cause like, I know I'm tripping. Like I'm really bugging, so let me just make sure so that I can calm myself down, cause it wasn't really nothing. So I go around there, peep around there, baby. It's a hole in the door. Like, somebody done kicked through the door. Like, not like to the point where like the door, like, you know, you could bust the door off the hinges. It wasn't like that, but like the whole bottom half of the door is just like this big giant hole in it. So I'm like, oh snap. But like at the same time, it's like, I don't really know. I'm like, I wasn't tripping. Cause like, I was trying to convince myself that it wasn't really happening. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I wasn't tripping. But at the same time, like, I'm like, I can't really just be standing here, cause like, if they still in there and they see me, so like, let me just back up out the way. Then I go back around. I'm out around the corner now, back toward like the front of the house, and I'm like, oh my god, somebody done kicked through the door. Somebody is in the house. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So now I'm in the front. I don't really know what to do, but you know what? Crazily enough, the thought didn't pop in my head to call the cops. Like, you know, I'm like, okay, somebody done bust in the house. You should call 911. Like, that's what I'm thinking now. Like, obviously, that's what you're supposed to do. But at the same time, in that moment, that didn't cross my mind. And I don't know. I feel like maybe just because, like, I don't know, cops and black people, sometimes the history ain't been too good, too clear, you know? So, like, I ain't really think to call the cops first. But, like, I'm standing outside the front of the house, and I'm like, Brid, my roommate is upstairs. I don't know if she's still asleep, if she woke. I don't know what's happening, but she in there. So I'm like, I can't just leave her in there. You know, like, all right. So I'm like, all right. So what I'm gonna do? So I'm like, well, I can't go in there because, like, you know, I don't know if they still in there. If they still in there, I'm not going in there. Cause like by the time I walk through the front door, and if you coming up out the basement, our paths is gonna cross. We are going to intersect, baby. And it's like, that was the whole point of me leaving. Like, I was not trying to have this interaction right here. So I can't go back in there. And it's like, I ain't wanna leave her, but at the same time, baby girl, save yourself, okay? I had to get out, okay? So like, I'm freaking out, and I'm like, but I can't go back in there. So I called my brother. You know, all right, so, and also like, I don't know, I feel like I'm still kind of in denial at this point. I'm like trying to make up any other excuse as to what happened. I'm like, all right, so, you know, I was leaving out for work, and I done seen, you know, the back door, you know, it had like a hole in it. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know. Like, my mind, I'm just in denial because clearly you know what's going on. Like, you know what's going on, okay? But he like, what? Oh my God, I'm on my way. I'm just pacing in front of the house because it's like, I'm not going in there. But at the same time, I'm like, but my roommate is upstairs. Like, I can't get to her, but like, I don't want them to get to her. So it's like, I call her, but like, she ain't answer. Girl, I don't know. But okay, so I'm just out here, and I'm just waiting because I'm not going in there. But also like, I don't want to be seen. Okay, so my brother pull up, and then he go up in there, bust up in the house. All right, cool. So like, I'm like, all right, you know, I'm gonna just go after you, you know, because I don't know if they still in there. I don't know, like, I ain't, you know, you go ahead. You go first, okay? You're the man, you know. Go ahead, you go first. So he go in. You know, I waited a little bit because I don't know what might be finna happen. So, all right, the coast's clear. Okay, so he go in, I go in after him, and you know, he searched the house. Everything's cool. Coast is clear. I don't know. I guess they left. Whatever happened, whoever it was, however many there were, they left. But so now, you know, I'm in the house, and my brother, hothead. This man is like going off, and you know, he go upstairs because my roommate's still up there. He go upstairs, and then, you know, everything's cool, it's clear. He come back down. This man, I called him a hothead for a reason. This man, but also, I mean, I ain't saying he's wrong in this situation, but this man, the winning got to me. Like, you know, like, I mean, he's licensed to carry, got permit, all that stuff. And mind you, this happened in our home, on our property. So, like, you know, that makes sense to do. But at the same time, like, I'm like, wee. Like, you want to check on me? Like, nigga, I was in the atmosphere. You want to see if I'm good? Nah, this man just like, you know, he just hothead again. So, he grabbed the thing. Y'all know what the thing is. You mean? But he go out the front door, start yelling, and like to the whole neighborhood. You wanna mess with me? Bah! Shots in the air.
Hop out, I start shooting. Bow, bow.
Just shoot the air like. Bah! And then, you know, he's just like yelling at the neighborhood, like, you know, basically trying to let people know, like, listen, next time if you try it again, like, you know, it's gonna be a different story, you know. So like, yeah, that happened. And y'all, I'm bugging. I'm like, bruh, like, you over here making a scene and all this stuff, all this commotion, but like, you know, like I said, you entitled to do that. People came up in your home, you know. Okay, cool. So he come back in the house, and then he like, all right, so listen, you might want to pack a bag or something, go stay at you know, maybe go to grandma's house or something, because like, you know, I don't know, you know, I don't know what this, you know, something just happened. So, you know, give you a time to cool off. And mind you, we got to get the door fixed now too, because like I said, they kicked the hole. I don't even know how they did that, because like, I wish I had a picture to show y'all, because the way that hole was in the door, it's like, how did you even do this? But anyway, so yeah, we had to get the door fixed and everything. And it's like, all right, you don't need to stay in this house right now while we got it. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I'm still kind of in shock, but like, all right, whatever. And then a few minutes later, cops pull up. Bruh. Now listen, your girl, I ain't never had no run-in with the law. Like, that's probably another reason why that wasn't my first thought to call the cops. I ain't never, you know, so like, okay, cops pull up. Now they like, oh, we got a report. Somebody called in, shots fired in the air, blah, blah, blah. Okay, makes sense. I get it. Do your job, follow up on the report. Then he, you know, my brother talking to them, let him know, okay, somebody broke in the house, blah, blah, blah. Do you have my permit? They're like, all right, let me see paperwork, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And mind you, like I said, I'm still in shock, so like, I'm still trying to come back, you know, get myself together. So he's talking to them, and then, I don't know how it happened, but like, somehow the cop, you know, he come and be like, all right, so, you know, you was here when it happened, like, we just have a few more questions for y'all. If y'all don't mind, you know, come down to the station with us so we can finish, you know, the paperwork and all that stuff. Okay, cool. But like, mind you, I didn't know, when he said come down to the station with us, I didn't know, like, this man rode us in the back of the paddy wagon. Like, I don't understand. Like, we have a car. We have a car. You know, we could have rode in our own car, but no. This man wanted to drive us in the back of the police car to the station to answer the questions after somebody done, you mean, broke into my house. You want me in the back of the car? I mean, like, obviously, they didn't cuff us or anything, you know, but like, still, I'm like, I ain't never been in the back of this. Man, like, I'm still kind of, I'm a little freaking out a little bit because I don't get in no trouble. But, okay, you know, they was real cool and friendly with us the whole time because, like, obviously, we the victims. But, like, still, I'm like, okay, All right, so we get to the station, okay, and, you know, they sit us down in the lobby, and they're like, they had to go to the back for a second. They left us there and was like, you know, we'll ask you questions in a minute. So my brother like, all right, so if they ask you, I was home when it happened. Bruh, I just told y'all I ain't had no run-ins with the law. And mind you, y'all, I'm not about the lies, okay? I'm a real honest person. I try to be, you know, I don't like lying. I don't know how to lie. Like, I just don't, okay?
I can't lie!
You want me to lie? You want me to do it? And not just that, but like, titty caps. Like, you understand? Like, you want me to, cause like, I mean, I ain't saying, like, I know you ain't did nothing, but like, at the same time, like, why we just can't stick to like, what, you know, what I can say, you know, cause you want me to say lies. You want me to say lies, I don't understand. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to like, you know, get myself together. Like, all right, I can do this. Maybe I can do this. Okay, all right. He like, yeah, just, you know, I was home when it happened, and then blah blah blah. All right, so like, you know, stick to the story, but just I was home, like, you know, okay. Sure, why not? I can do that. I don't know. Okay, so then the cops come back out, and they call me. They're like, all right, you know, you follow me, okay. So they take me, and they go ask me questions. So like, you know, I tell them everything that happened, tell them the story. Okay, cool. And you know, I'm gonna try to like tell the story, but like, I don't wanna lie for real, but like, you know, maybe just omit some things, you know, lies of omission. Maybe that's a little easier, I don't know. So that's like, I just tell him the story and then just kind of, you know, hopefully he'll be good with that. So yeah, okay, I made it past that part. Y'all, I'm like sweating. But then like, he like, all right, then he want to ask additional questions. Like, I know this is his job, but like, just, I'm already uncomfortable. I can't do this. So yeah, he's like, all right, so, your brother was home when this happened? Yeah, of course, you know, okay. He's like, so, what happened? Like, you called him, like, what did you say? Like, how did he find out? I'm like, yeah, you know, I called him, but like, you know, that could mean I called him too. So like, okay, like, I'm still nervous, but I'm like, all right, cool, I got this. So like, yeah, I called him. So he's like, all right, so he came down and, you know, he had the gun or whatever. I'm like, yeah, yeah, exactly. He's like, all right, so which hand was it in? Was it in his left hand or his right hand? Yeah, I don't, which hand, what do you mean? He like, when he came downstairs, you know, like, which hand was his gun? Yeah, like, I don't know. I was still processing. I couldn't really tell. Like, yo, I'm really sweating. And this man, he like writing down everything I say. Like I said, he's doing his job. This is what you're supposed to do, but at the same time, like, I'm just nervous. Like, I ain't even never, like, in school, I was a good kid. I ain't even never really been to the principal office. Like, I'm talking about really, but like, no, for real. I ain't ever been to the principal office. Never got suspended, none of that. So like, I'm in a police station right now. You asking me questions, which is true, but like, it's just this one little small part that like, I'm, you know, trying to finesse a little bit, but like, I'm nervous. But, okay, everything went cool and smooth. All right, he like, yeah, all right, we done. So, you know, we just head out to the front. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right, okay, I'm good. I made it, and, you know, I go out to the front. My brother not out there. Okay, all right, yeah, they had to question us both, like, duh. Okay, so he probably in the back, you know, they just finishing up the questions with him. Okay, cool. So I sit out there for a little bit. Time go by and like, he don't come out. I'm like, yo, I'm already nervous. Like, what do you mean he's not coming out? I'm like, no, it's cause he wanted me to change the detail, that one detail. I'm like a little bit freaking out. Like, I'm like, all right, no, I'm not gonna freak out. Like, all right, he waiting for me outside. Duh. Okay, so I go outside. I go out front, you know, cause that's like, he not in there, he ain't in the back, he outside. I go outside and he's not outside. Baby, I'm like, what is going on? Cause like, I know you didn't leave me. Like, why would you, like, that don't even make sense. Like, we came here together. You wouldn't leave me here. Like, after the day I just had, you ain't no way. So like, where he at? Like, did they keep him? Like, y'all, I don't even know what's going on, but I'm trying to keep calm. Cause I'm like, you done had me twist up the little details and now you miss it? Like, what? Nah, okay, no. So I'm calling him. All right. I don't know where he at, but like, I'm sure there's an explanation for this. It's simple. It's not, they didn't keep him, obviously. Like, we didn't do anything wrong. Okay, so I call him, straight voicemail. Bruh. No. We gonna try this again. I call him, straight voicemail. No answer. What is going on? So now I'm just standing out here, and I'm like, all right, now I'm just wait a little bit. He probably was still in the back, you know, they were still asking him the questions, you know, yeah. So I wait a little bit. This man don't come outside. Y'all, what am I supposed to do? I am freaking out. My first time being in a police station. And now my brother is back there. They question him. I don't know if he told the same story I told. I'm just like, I don't know. But like, he probably went home. Like, I don't understand why he would leave me, but he probably home. Like, that makes sense, right? I don't know. So I'm like, I'm not gonna stay here. I'm just standing outside. So let me just head home. Actually, no, I'm not going home because that is the scene of the trauma. So let me just get some fresh air. Let me head out. So I go to my grandma's house. So yeah, I'm like, okay, I don't know what happened. This man is not answering his phone. He told me to change the details, and the last time I seen him was at the police station. Now I don't know where he at. Now, like, I'm freaking out. So yeah, turns out he had left his phone at home. I actually, you know what, we've never actually had that conversation. I don't know where he went and why he thought it was okay for him to leave me. But the reason he wasn't answering his phone because he left his phone at home. So yeah, that was it. Everything was cool, you know, we didn't get any trouble because like I said, you know, somebody came on our property, broke in our house and all that, and we just, you know, did what we did, which was not a crime. So yeah, but everything was cool after that. This was just my story of the time someone broke into our house, and yeah, y'all, it was a lot. And yeah, thankfully it just wasn't worse. Thank God, you know, everybody was safe. Everybody meaning me, because clearly I was the one at the scene. And yeah, but if you enjoyed this story time, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe, y'all. Subscribe to my channel. Like, if you ain't subscribed, what are you doing? Like, you know this was a good story. You know I'm a good storyteller, right, y'all? Like, I do this. Like, come on, subscribe to the channel. I'm out, y'all. Bye.